set.
Wow, that does sound interesting. I don't think you need me in there. Just hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans.
Am I pushing anything?
No, don't push nothing. Don't push nothing. Is it on?
Hi, Sci-Fi.
Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're here at the Big Apple Convention.
Sci-Fi News and...
Sci-Fi Ninja Theater.
Hi, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans, here at New York Big Apple Comic Con. This is Deadpool's Den. I'm the crazy DP Max that's collected over 2,000 Deadpool pieces over the past 15 years. You can come visit here at the Big Apple Comic Con or my website, loveofdp.com. Look forward to seeing you. Good?
What's your website, Facebook page?
Website is loveofdp.com, and these are the various collectibles that I carry and have that are complete sets, limited pieces that you don't find anymore. Can't wait to see you here at the show or online. All right, like a piece like this. This was limited to three pieces, but this one's limited 500, 250, and that's the open edition. So now that one's getting all the pull, all the love, but nobody can find these. I've got the complete set. So those are some hard pieces to get. This just came out through Sideshow Collectibles, and it's already back ordered. I got the second one they made. And then the good guys at Gentle Giant and Diamond Select Toys, they came out with this as the regular, and this was exclusive to New York Comic Con. And here are the original Bowman Deadpools. And if you care to see down below, that's the complete set of Funko Japanese vinyl, and there's 7 of them. And they were limited as low as 250 number of pieces. And these are all the fun things for Deadpool. Oh, this is the highly desirable Bowman statue, and it's painted. So, and it's got this great shine to it. So it looks really good. Okay, great.
Mike Parness, National Artifacts. We just bought a collection. It's 50 plus pages. It's all John Byrne art. There's a couple covers, She-Hulk cover, Namor cover, a bunch of really nice stuff. It's all John Byrne. This is the destruction of the original Baxter building. So Splash. This is She-Hulk number 46. That's a cover. Lots of cool stuff. It's all John Byrne. The guy was like a John Byrne freak. He had every single John Byrne piece of work that he ever did, literally. Yeah. Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit more.
Well, I mean, I love the vintage stuff, so, we got Spider-Man 1, we got First Brainy. We got Spider-Man. Sure. Well, I got 2 copies. I got one that's qualified, a 5.0, and one that is a non-qualified 4.5. Yeah.
How much are
The 4.5 is 10,000. This one's 6,500.
That's how much they were.
Yeah. Well, it's actually not Shazam. It's Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. So, this is the first appearance of Captain Marvel Jr. It's obviously a low-grade copy, but it's still valuable. And, I got a bunch of Stan Lee signed stuff.
I'll let you hold on to the pup.
I also have a Superman. What's that? No, that's not my card. This is for chicken. I can give you my number. Yeah. This is a collection we just bought. It's Superman number 2 to 149 complete. So it's really nice. There's some graded books in there.
Can we see the cover?
Sure. This is number 11. Oh yeah. Well, this is the stuff I love. The new stuff I can live without. But I love the old stuff, the Golden Age stuff, Silver Age. But really, I like and the horror covers. Some of the EC stuff. This is a classic cover, right? So everybody, who doesn't love a good hanging, good hanging cover? And all the EC stuff. That was my favorite stuff as a kid. Was this stuff, the EC stuff.
So if people want to know more about you, where should they go on the internet?
Well, I have an eBay store, National Artifact, and I have a store in Midland Park, New Jersey, called National Artifacts. It's 27 Central Avenue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just if you can, hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're here at Big AppleCon.
Wait, Sci-Fi what theater?
Sci-Fi Ninja Theater.
Ninja Theater. Okay, that's the word I missed.
And then you say, we're here at Big AppleCon. My name is, my company
Got it.
name is. Let me tell you a little bit about what's over here. You start talking about stuff.
Sci-Fi Ninja Theater.
Towards the end, you say website, Facebook, stuff like that.
Thanks. Cool.
Ready?
So, hi, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. So we are at Big Apple Comic-Con today, and I am Denny Daniel. I curate and founded the Museum of Interesting Things. Now, this is a traveling museum, but you can visit it as well. So we travel to schools, and there's also a space you can visit. So, and a speakeasy you can come to. So I show the history of invention. So kind of the missing link factor, all those links in the chain until you get to your iPhone. So here you have a Thomas Edison cylinder record player. These were invented in 1877. This one is from the late 1800s, early 1900s. So these are the original records. Originally they were made out of wax, and then the later ones, beeswax, and then the later ones like this one were made out of celluloid, which is just a fancy word for plastic. My other devices here are a Play-O saxophone. It's a saxophone that works like a player piano, which had paper rolls, and it played the notes for you. One of the stars of my show, the stereoscope, and the picture in it in 3D. I don't know if you'll see it through that lens. Excellent. So believe it or not, what you just looked at was 6th Avenue over 100 years ago with overhead train tracks. Now the camera you're using is not 3D, this one is. So that is mid-1900s 3D stereo realist camera. These were one of the most popular cameras at the time. Now, what you're watching right now is film, and you would have it projected on one of these machines. So this is a magic lantern from almost 100 years ago or more. They go back 300 to 400 years, and it used oil lamps originally. There's the oil lamp. and is basically your Epson or HP projector. So, and you would use glass slides because it's before photography. So when you were doing your filming, you would use one of these to project the film. And then we'll end with this beautiful item here, which you'd know as a Nickelodeon. So Nickelodeon, the station, is named after this machine, but it actually wasn't called a Nickelodeon. It was called a mutoscope, a mutation scope. And it was a New York company. Now, this is the only one in the world made out of plexiglass. The owner of the company, his son is a friend of mine, and he got me the machine his dad made back in the 1940s, and he put it in the Children's Museum in New York for about 40 years, and then much later, obviously, I got it from his son. And it plays the film Trip to the Moon. So what you do is, you got to have a quarter. I put my quarter inside there, and then you spin it clockwise, and then if you go over to this side, you'll actually see Trip to the Moon. So that's the famous film Trip to the Moon from 1902 by the French director Georges Méliès at the Museum of Interesting Things. So these were the way, I mean, you could see it in the theater, but this is a lot more fun. So the museum, you can find the website, museumofinterestingthings.com or .org. There's an Instagram, of course. There's a Facebook. But the best thing is, if you can come visit, and we actually do our speakeasy on Zoom. So if you're not, in New York, or if you just want to hang out on your sofa, you are welcome to come by. And of course, we go to schools, so if you know anyone's school library, we'll welcome we would love to show you some of the items. So thank you very much.
Hey there, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're here at the Big Apple Convention, and we're talking. Hey,
you fat bastard, how are you?
I'm doing great. So how you been doing? I haven't seen you in years.
I've been doing good. I've been doing a lot of TV and film. I just did a little short, tiny little spot with Tracy Morgan as a waitress on a new show called Crutch. But before that, I've done The Punisher. I've been keeping it busy.
I know.
Yeah, you remember that.
That's
I remember that. It's been a while, though.
It's been a while.
Yes.
So, who are you cosplaying today?
Today, I am the Scarlet Witch.
Beautiful, huh, guys? I bet you fans are just sitting there, salivating right now, right?
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, follow me on Instagram. It's I am Nina Martinez. I'd love to hear from you. So my fans are my friends.
Is there a chance a short guy like me, who's a god, a king among people, I'm just so good at people just heads explode sometimes when I walk by them. Is there a chance I could get a hug?
Of course. For you, anything.
See, fans, eat out your hearts.
That was fun.
Hey there, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're here at the Big Apple Convention, and today we're going to be talking to...
Carmen Costa. How's it going, guys? How are you? You want me to hold this thing? All right.
Say your name again.
My name's Carmen Costa. This is the world of Proctor. This is a 6-issue miniseries that we published this time last year. Imagine if your favorite vampire slayer or demon hunter had a drinking problem and a toxic relationship with her mom. That's where the story starts. In the story, mom's a famous witch, dad's a famous demon hunter who passed away when she was younger. She is a 27-year-old with an art history degree, can't find a job, doesn't want to move back in with mom, so she starts hunting demons to make ends meet, and calamity ensues. Like I said, it's a 6-issue miniseries. We have issue 1, cover A, cover B. This is issue 2. And these are 2 illustrated short stories that we also recently published. Issue 3 is on the way home from the printer as we speak, and issue 4 will be out this spring. So if you could follow me on Instagram at carmen.costa.writes, it would be greatly appreciated. You could also head over to harpooncreativeindustries.com. That is my publishing company, and check us out. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the con. I already did. He just and moved through it? All right, it's not really my thing, but okay. This is a copy of issue 1, cover A. This is cover B. And then this is issue number 2. All right.
Sure. That's another one of her.
Oh, wow.
But the guy didn't do the face the right way, but it's good. Hey there, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're here with...
You're here with Kenley Dillard.
And we're here at the Big Apple Convention. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm based in New York City, Brooklyn, and I do a lot of caricatures and comic art. So, yeah, basically just a cartoonist.
So, what's some of the famous characters that you have?
Famous characters that I have? They're not famous, but they're my own. I used to draw caricatures for Impractical Jokers. You ever seen that TV show, Impractical Joker? Yeah, I've done a lot of artwork for them, and various other places, storyboards, that type of stuff. So nothing specific, but everything in general.
If someone wants to hire you or commission you, how can they do that?
Easy. Just reach me on Tag Team Artists at Instagram, and you can find my work there, and what you see is what you get. That's how I do.
So how long have you been doing artwork for?
In general, I've been drawing for all my life. I was be 40 plus years, but caricatures I've been drawing for 28 years.
And what got you started? Like when you were a little kid, what did you see and you went, oh, I want to do that?
Mickey Mouse. I used to love Disney a lot. I still do. Any Saturday morning cartoons that was on TV, I used to sit in front of the TV set and draw them while they come on. And yeah, that's pretty much what inspired me. And I've always been fortunate enough to be around very talented people, such as my family.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And can you name some of your characters that you have? And do you have any pictures of them here?
Unfortunately, I don't. But what I do have is a service. I'm just basically to draw what I see while I'm here. But yeah, nothing that has been seen by millions of people or anything like that.
Yo, dude, I see the work that you've done, and I saw what you did for that lady. Fantastic.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And are you looking for anybody to sponsor you in artwork or anything like that?
Well, I'm definitely open to it, but as of right now, I'm here to create the art and show people what I can do and what I have to offer, and that's really it. Whoever comes, they come, and I'll serve them with my art to the best of my ability.
Okay, so if people want to get in contact with you, where should they go again?
They should go to Tag Team Artist on Instagram. My name is Kenley Dillard, and that is that.
Spell your name for us.
It is KenlyDillard.
Thank you very much.
Greetings to Secret Ninja Theater. Is that right? Okay, let's try again. Greetings to Sci-Fi Ninja Theater, coming to you from the one and only Big Apple Comic-Con here at the New Yorker Hotel. My name is Laserman, New York's brightest, master of light, champion of diversity, the world's first Indian American superhero. And I have copies of Laserman issue 1, 2, and 3. The group of supervillains called the International Organization of Morticians. They run the world because they stand the most to gain from people dying. We have official Zippo lighters, glassware, straws, stickers of various different sizes, nightlights, t-shirts, tapestries of all different sizes, and studio prints from the making of Laserman issues 1 through 3. Thank you very much, and it was a pleasure to meet you. Oh, of course, you can see me at lasermancomics.com and on Instagram at lasermancomics. That's light amplified by stimulated emission of radiation. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Nice to see you. And once again, greetings from the Big Apple Comic-Con. This is Laserman. Stay brilliant.
Especially this one. I love that. Okay. All your stuff is good. Would it be okay?
Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja fans. I'm Sean Chen. I'm here at the Big Apple Comic Con. I'm setting up at this table, and I'm bringing all my art to show people. So I've been an artist for Marvel for about 30 years now. So now I do creator-owned comics. I work for a company called 24/7 Comics, and so this is some of my artwork here. Like this piece over here is a Wolverine number 159. I think it was printed like maybe 25 years ago, so it was a cover. And so it's one of my earlier pieces. And then this piece down here is a Spider-Man cover. So I still do a lot of work, do a lot of covers, and do a lot of creator-owned stuff. So it's just been... Okay, so these are original. So like if this is something for DC, and this is what the pages look like when you pencil them. Before they get inked, before they get colored, this is an original drawing from me. And this is like a typical comic book cover for a Zenescope. And some like this is like a commission drawing, which is a watercolor. So it's try to keep very diverse, try to do different types of artwork. And it's a freelancer's life. As an artist, you just work for whatever client, and then it's something different every time. So it's having a lot of fun doing it.
When you were a kid, what made you decide to become an artist?
Well, I always liked the comic books and superheroes, and I also like drawing, so it was kind of like a natural mix. So my parents actually didn't allow comic books in the house, but we did get the Washington Post newspaper, and then they have comics in every Sunday. So I really collected those and really fell in love with the idea, and just did a lot of drawing, took a lot of art classes, and then much to my art instructor's dismay, I kind of went into comic books rather than fine arts.
So, like, what was your first piece of art that you ever did?
First piece of art, well, I mean, that probably goes back a long ways, but usually something, probably a school project that like for Mother's Day, then you just get better and better. A lot of times, like if you ask a lot of kids, all kids like to do artwork, but as you get older and advance through the grades, fewer and fewer people do art. So the ones that end up being artists are the ones that actually make it all the way through to adulthood and still keep up their skills.
So are your parents happy though that you're doing this now because you're becoming something big?
Well, I was very fortunate. I made it big in the 90s, so there was this big, a big bubble where after the death of Superman, the comics kind of went through the roof, and you can make a lot of money. So my father was a doctor, and for a couple of years, I was actually earning more money than him. So my parents were really thrilled with my career. Of course, it didn't last. It was a bubble, so eventually it burst. So now I make like a regular living, but in the beginning, that's what helped grease the wheels of letting me do that for a career. Is like a lot of money that you can make in the beginning, but of course it was not very long lived. So.
So people
I'm on Instagram. That's pretty much the only place where I do the social media stuff. So it's at Sean Chen Art. That's SeanChen Art at Instagram.com. So,
Thank you very much.
thanks for having me.
Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans.
Hello, Sci-Fi. What?
Okay. It says it right here.
Okay.
And then say your name.
Hey, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. This is Barry Orkin with my book and Steve Peros. Steve Peros, the writer, and we created a series called Stoker and Wells, which is Bram Stoker and H.G. Wells meet and go on an adventure together that inspires their two great novels, Dracula and The Time Machine. And of course, it's all based on truth, give or take 24 hours, and it's being picked up by the producer of former president of Marvel Comics, who is interested in making a Netflix movie out of it. And this is the art right here. This is from the first book, which I did in pencil, and nice dark thick pencil, and I darkened it up to make it look like ink. There's some of those images there. This is from the newer book. This one just came out. So we have some of the images from there. Labor of love, pretty intense art. It took a long time to do, but I enjoyed it. And it's a great story, and Steve Peros, an excellent writer, and who has wrote a very highly acclaimed movie called The Cat's Meow, which was Peter Bogdanovich's, I think it was his last movie or one of his last movies, very highly acclaimed film. And now we have this, we also have a poster here, Catwoman. We all know Catwoman. And so fun with cats there. And also, we have here my regular gig, which is I designed costumes for a costume company called Jazzwares. And I get actors on the movie sets, Marvel movie sets, and sometimes Star Wars. And I have to interpret their costumes from photos onto pattern pieces that are printed and sent overseas. And so if you see a kid walking around with a Spider-Man costume or an Iron Man costume, I probably rendered it. There's a gold and black Spider-Man there, and there's one of my illustrations. More costumes. And some loose sketches for fun. I'm available for commissions. Got a couple of commissions here. There's an old school Natasha. I got to put the belt on her though, right? Say again? Storm, yeah. An old school Storm. Love that costume, Dave Cockrum costume. And I believe this is Miles Morales here. I was trying to think, yeah, because there's not a full rendering there, so that's Miles. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and BarryOrkin.com. Orkin, O-R-K-I-N. All right.
Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja fans!
What's your name?
James Sherman.
How long have you been in the business for?
Oh, that's a tough question. Let me count. I think maybe 20 years, 40 years, something like that. I started in December of 75. What do you want to know? This is Bruce Lee's character, Kato, from the Green Hornet. And he's hired as a bodyguard, some rock star, and everything goes wrong, of course. This is about a guy who has a power tool, and he can make anything out of it. All he's got to do is have his girlfriend program it. This is The Fly. This is number one, Fly number one, so it's an origin story. And that's what I got on the table. Yeah, I'm working on this as a Green Lantern, just for fun of it. I don't have any assignment for it.
What got you started?
I had to pay the bills.
So when you were a kid, what was your first piece of
I think I was trying to draw a crab. No, I drew a house. Yeah, in perspective. Yeah. Well, the teacher at school said, "You could be something someday." Get a job.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
So when they finally saw that you were making money from this, how did they feel then?
They didn't believe it. I'm pushing 80, and they still ask me, when are you going to get a job? No, they don't get it. Nobody gets it. Oh, yeah?
What's your favorite characters to draw?
Any of the babes. Wonder Woman, any of the women. All of them. Yeah. I couldn't name them all, but yeah, Marvel, DC, Charlton, you name it. Harvey, Disney, all of them. Yeah. I started out at Marvel and DC on the same day. December 75. Yeah. I had to choose. I couldn't do 2 books in a month. I did, but I wouldn't do it again. So I stuck with DC. Thank you. I don't publicize. I do this one convention every year. I stay out of the limelight. Yeah. I get a pension, so I don't need to pay. Come here. Yeah, I know, but I don't care. I'm just here for the fun. Thank you.
See, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans, what I bring for you?
All right, anyway. Take the mic. Check. What?
Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're here at the Big Apple Convention. My name is, say the name of your company, and then talk about each one nice and slowly. Give us some good information on each and every one.
Good. I don't say my name, but I'll talk about the whole thing, okay?
Can you say your company's name?
Yeah, of course. Go. Hello, fans of Sci-Fi Ninja Theater. We're here at the Big Apple Comic-Con in New York City at the lovely New Yorker Hotel. And I am from Comicsburg, which is a collective of comic book creators in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We have Heroinberg, which is my creation. It's a live-action television show and a comic book about a fantastic version of the Steel City where 30 women have superpowers. We also have Grant Lankard, who publishes Beowulf, a modern retelling of the old ancient story. He publishes Memoirs of the Morbid, which is 2 volumes of a horror anthology, and also League of Cryptids, which is about what if the Justice League were cryptids like Sasquatch and the Mothman. And we also have comic books from Isaac Fisher's company, Incubator Productions, which is Dr. Carrots and Cock and Block, which are some humor books. So yes, we urge you to come down to Big Apple Comic Con and check everything out. And if you missed it, come down next year and we'll see you there.
You have a website, Facebook?
Sorry about that. Our website, my website is heroinberg.com, HEROINEBURGH.com, and the website for all of our publishers is comicsburg.com, comicsburgh.com. Thank you.
Gotcha. Ready? Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're at the Big Apple Con here at the New Yorker Hotel. My name is Devin Titus. I write comic books, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself and my comics. So, my first comic book is Mike Goon. So, he put some well-liked cops away, and it got a lot of pushback. And his father's commissioner, so he decided to, become a PI, and his life took a downhill turn for the worse. And one night, he got a knock on the door, and a bunch of baggage came in, and his life became a whirlwind, and he has to figure things out from there. And here's my second comic book that I released, The Eccentric Life of Light Show. Zara was left on the doorstep, and as a kid, she was molded into a trained killer, and she thought that's how she would be adopted. And that was not the case. So, as what anybody would do and find out she's being manipulated, she's out for revenge. So, and then my third book that just debuted today, The Nocturnal Tales of Aula. Here we have Aula. She was homeschooled all her life. And for her 14th birthday, all she wanted to do was go to regular school. And on her first day of school, she was lured into a puddle, into another universe, where she's heralded as the savior. But when she came through the puddle, she was supposed to change into an animal that resonated with her. And that didn't happen. So now they're stuck with a scrawny 14-year-old that's supposed to save their universe, and you go from there. So you can find me on League Comics _ on Instagram. And come join us and have fun. Oh, same thing. It's just open. Yep. We got some right here. Got some quality. I don't want to show too much. I don't want to show too much. Yeah, but yeah. Nothing. I don't draw. I'm a writer. Yeah, I'm a writer. I contract people, but the last guy has done these last 2, and this was released in 2020, and this is one of my guys from Greece. Yeah. So everything is intentional. You see the artwork is intentional. The story's dark and gritty. You can see I made sure the art style, I made sure I aimed for that. And as you can see, for this, it's the same thing. It's supposed to fit the theme of it. This is more brighter, the story, you know what I mean? But so everything's intentional from what you see from one page to the next. When you turn the page, everything's intentional. I want you to see
and be surprised and shocked or whatever. I want to feel. You want to feel any emotions that you want. So yeah, everything's intentional. Thank you.
Collaborate together with a bunch of comics. We've done Fighting to Belong together. With which part? I forgot. Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja. Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater fans. We're at Big Apple Comic Con, and I'm Louis Chin, and I work together with Amy Chu, and we've done a bunch of work together. We've done a comic graphic novel called Fighting to Belong, and we talk about Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander history in it. And I've worked with her on this Rick and Morty cover and a bunch of other stuff. Most of the stuff over here is hers, but I've also done like history comics with the New York City Department of Education. This one's about Dolores Huerta. So it's great that the New York City Department of Education is doing that. So it just gives kids a chance to learn about history, but also in a fun way through comic books and stuff. And this is Carmela, the First Vampire, written by Amy Chu. And she has a bunch of other stuff with Borderlands and a Kiss comic. She's done work with DMC, so a lot of other stuff over there too. Yep. This is something I was drawn, no pun intended, drawn to as a kid. I don't know, it's just comic books, cartoons, video games. Is anything related to that? I was just into. I don't know. It's like something you're just like born with. I don't know. You just like feel like that's something you want to do. Yeah. Jeez, I don't really know, but I remember my mom would get like Dragon Ball Z like VHS tapes back then, and I would watch it and then like try to trace the TV screen, try to draw that stuff like. That's probably maybe the earliest I can remember, but I definitely like try to trace like Jim Lee drawings growing up, reading X-Men, stuff like that. Yep. What was that? Have I worked with other companies? I haven't done any of the big two, but I've just done with like Oni Press with Rick and Morty, and I have a young adult graphic novel that I'm working on with Scholastic. So, yep. You should go to louiechin.com, LOUIECHIN.com. Yep. Or follow me on Instagram at Loubot, LOUBOT.
Got it. Okay. You rolling? Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from Comic Book Men. Welcome to Big Apple Comic Con. Here on behalf of Sci-Fi Ninja Theater. These guys are my favorites with the best name ever. So this is my table. So when I first started out doing these conventions 10 years ago, I had nothing. And then I started getting these really cool photos, 8x10s, and I brought the best. Now, obviously, these three are the biggest sellers. Me and Stan Lee. The man. These are like heirloom photographic quality photos, and then I got really good photos of me, like the best photos that will ever be taken, for sure. But as I started doing more of these, I realized I needed more variety. So we got comics, which makes sense. As I'm on a TV show called Comic Book Man. It's like I need some comics here. We got that. We got stickers. These are cool. There was a convention out in Michigan called Astronomicon. Like, hey, would you mind if we made a figure of you? I'm like, mind? Would I mind? No, I will not mind. Please do. And they came up with this, and it's based on this photo right here. And I think they did a good job. I think they nailed it. So that's the photo. That's the 3D version. This is the other 3D version right here. So yeah, I think they got pretty great. And these are DVDs, all 96 episodes that we did at DVDs. So yeah, a little bit of everything here. I think I got pins. It's a whole I like to call it the monument to myself, Ming Chen. So I think it's worked out. Sales are brisk here. It's before the holidays. Pick up a great stocking stuffer. But even more important than that, this convention. Big Apple kind of is a grandfather of all New York conventions, and it's just great being at a convention at this old school and this much fun, and there's all a Comic-Con that actually has comics. Go figure. So that's Big Apple Comic-Con, my friends. So I love being here at the 2024 version. I hope to be at all of them until the end of time. So that's what I got here. Ming Chen, Comic Book Men, on behalf of Sci-Fi Ninja Theater. I love you guys. If you're watching, like, rate, subscribe. Tell all your friends, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Sci-Fi Ninja Theater, Ken Landgraf, Bronze Age comic book artist drew the first Wolverine appearance in 1979, and I also did the Galaxy Ranger cartoon. I love Sci-Fi Ninja Theater.
I couldn't leave here without something from you guys.
Thank you, Ninja Theater.
You're watching Sci-Fi Ninja Theater.
Okay, hi folks, how you doing? I'm Chris from the Big Apple Conventions.
Sci-Fi Ninja Theater, Chiller Theater, 2002, October. Hi, this is Daphne. And this is Francine, and you're watching Sci-Fi Ninja Theater. Hello, Sci-Fi Ninja Theater.
Hello, America. New York, hello. Sci-Fi Ninja Theater at hotmail.com. Hope you enjoyed it. Later.